Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Happy Gaming.
Yeah. Let's try that again.
Nailed it.
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Happy Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by
Erik.
Kelly.
And Rick.
And this week we watched the Happytime Murders, directed by Brian Henson, written by Todd Berger, starring Melissa McCarthy, Elizabeth Banks, and Maya Rudolph. Imdb Synopsis: when the puppet cast of a 90s children's TV show began to get murdered one by one, a disgraced LAPD detective turned private eye puppet takes on the case. So what do you guys think?
I wasn't expecting as much puppet porn as there was.
I told you were gonna get more puppet porn from the
Yeah,
Team America.
I know. I still wasn't expecting this to have that much. You know, I mean, but
I gotta say, I love the jizz on the scene wall. It's fucking so funny.
the fucking silly string.
Yeah, he's just like, I was like, man, I wish mine lasted that long. Shit.
God damn it,
Like a pig.
I'm pretty sure.
minute.
I'm pretty sure Kelly is happy that it doesn't.
Yeah, because you know I'm not gonna clean that up.
That's what I'm saying. Hence why you've got a kid.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not cleaning that up. And Kelly's like, well, you know what? Neither am I. And you both just went to bed. 9 months later, you had a kid.
And now he's making that little dork.
Pretty
Well,
much.
to be fair, Aluna.
To be
ate his
fair, nobody else, huh?
food. To be fair. What?
Oh my god, she totally misunderstood what I was trying to do. I was trying to get her to say her story, and then she muted herself.
Pretty much.
No, I totally said what I said. I said, to be fair, Luna ate his food. That was the story.
Oh yeah,
That
you
was it.
stopped talking when
I
Steve
was-
said, "To be fair."
No, I didn't. Oh.
To be fair, yes, you
actually,
did.
technically- No, I kept on going. I don't know. I was not gonna talk about
He's
jizz.
firing on all cylinders tonight, guys.
So apparently, Sesame Workshop sued the team behind the film for the tagline "No Sesame, All Street."
Yep, I made sure I chose that one as our poster for this week too.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah.
They sued them for that?
Well, they tried to.
Well, they did take it off of the posters after they asked them to take it off. So
Yeah, they were claiming that the film tarnished their reputation. The suit was rejected on May 30th, 2018. Soon after, STX issued a brief
I
statement.
mean, everybody knows that Bert and Ernie, totally get down, and Oscar the Grouch is a fucking heroin user. I mean, tarnish what reputation?
also,
Big Bird's high on speed.
Brian Henson is fucking he's the son of fucking what's his name?
Jim
Yeah,
Henson, yeah.
There you go. I totally fucking forgot his fucking first name. I'm like, God damn it. So like, this is the fucking legacy of Henson fucking coming out with this thing. So fucking great.
I think they should make more of them. And I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I liked it. I really like the scene where he shows up, and they do it all dramatic. Where I guess it's the crazy lady shoots everybody inside the porno shop,
Yes.
and it's meant to look like a brutal murder, but it's just sure
Fluff everywhere.
Just stuffing everywhere.
So
Yeah.
funny.
So actually, going back to the silly string shot, the silly string shot on the door Phil's office changes position throughout the scene.
Yeah, of course it does. They're having to do multiple takes, and the stuff moves. Plus, as it would move anyways. It's living puppet sperms.
Yeah, come on, Ricky. Just like, that's how puppets are made, all right?
So, if the puppets are full of stuffing, then how did that person receive a puppet liver? Because they don't have organs.
I think you might be thinking into this. I mean, this is okay. So let's be real here. This is actually kind of a sad story, right? This lady is a little girl, and her dad gets shot in the head by some dummy who's just shooting at some other stupid sock, right? And kills her dad.
Whoa, man. Whoa.
And
whoa.
then-
Hey, don't be perpetuating that, all right?
Yeah.
these damn anti-puppet stereotypes here.
Yeah, well, so she's over there, like, her dad's dead. She clearly doesn't have a mom because, whatever. So it's her only support family. And the guy kills her fucking dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, instead of, doing the right thing and just driving by and
20 to
shooting him in
12
the head,
years.
whatever. She should have just went to his house and shot him in the head and been done with it.
Pretty much.
Nobody would have had any idea.
Yeah.
But instead, she wanted to torment him. See, that's where the story takes the really bad turn. And instead of just showing up to Phil's house, for some reason banging him, which I'm like, I don't get that.
I mean,
But
why not?
whatever.
I mean, know what?
I mean,
like, there's no point in letting a good can of Silistrin go to waste.
That's true.
Just saying.
Anyways, it's just kind of sad because he totally shoots her dad in the head because he can't operate a firearm.
Well, he does
And then-
there.
What if the puppets were made out of like Kevlar or something like that? Like maybe they should think about getting some plastic surgery or whatever the fuck they call it for the puppets and in
Puppet
themselves.
tanks.
Like
They're puppet tanks.
like are there puppet soldiers that have like Kevlar bodies now?
I would imagine.
that's
so,
scary.
yeah.
Skin grafts on.
Can you imagine that? Like, that would straight out be like a horror movie thing. Like, you go to war with a nation, you just send like all your puppets out there to kill the guy. Like, so much like murderous puppets just rampaging through the fucking streets. Like,
I'm gonna tell you one thing: if these,
fucking syrup.
Yeah, you just pump them full of fucking syrup too.
yeah,
So pretty much Canada is like the drug capital of the world for puppets.
wait a second, are we certain South Park isn't in this world? Because Canadians kind of look like puppets, and they act like it.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, and they're just
Hey,
their
buddy,
heads
how much
are
your buddy,
bouncing off the
guy?
top of their
How
head.
much you got,
Yeah.
friend?
I can tell you this much: if this shit was real, I would never go to Jason's house.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no.
The amount of fucking weirdo weeb puppets and anime puppets that fucking guy would have in there, and they'd all be full of rice. And
Oh,
we'd all
man.
be like,
on the cow?
He's
what? Why is that thing leaking out maggots out of it? He's like, no, that's rice. And it's like, oh, you're fucking that puppet, you gross motherfucker.
Ew.
Disgusting.
As you're
So-
going over to his house to ask if he can't borrow a bag of rice.
Oh God, could you imagine that? He's like, yeah, when you're done banging it, just pour the rice into a pot. I'm like, I'm not banging the fucking puppet, bro. And I don't want your old jizz rice to boil in a fucking pot. No. What the fuck is wrong with you, buddy?
I mean, at that point, I'd be asking you what's wrong with you trying to go over to Jason's house asking for a bag of rice in the first place.
We all know what Jason does.
Yeah, exactly. Like we already know this. Like there would be no point in asking him for the rice in the first place, unless you're gonna fuck a puppet.
I feel like at some point, then when you start buying rice, like people are just gonna look at you weird. It'd be like one of those those things that you buy in the store, and then
Oh yeah, no,
cashier's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"What are you doing
exactly.
with
It's
this?"
like they know what's up. Like everyone knows.
Oh, yeah.
The
And
kids don't know what's
It'll
going on.
probably
but
be a
we
puppet
do.
cashier too, and they'll be like, "Whoa, man,
Whoa,
calm down,
dude. Uh-huh. Like actually,
Like when you buy
you
one
wanna
of
use
those
this other
giant
brand of
dildos.
rice.
yeah."
When you go in there and buy one of those Mongo 20-inch dildos, and the lady's looking at you like, "What are you gonna do with this?" And you're like, "Science. What do you think I'm gonna do with it?"
Performing an experiment.
Yeah.
Do you accept used returns just in case the experiment fails?
I'd like to know your return policy.
Exactly. Just in case the experiment
Yeah.
fails. It's like, do you
There's
accept
this-
things that have been surgically removed?
There's a scene in Workaholics where this guy and his wife are kind of sex crazed, and then he thinks his wife is cheating on him, so he's got this new bag of sex toys he bought for his wife as a gift.
Mhm.
And the guy shows up and he wants to get in a fight with him because he hasn't been in a mosh forever. So, anyways, he starts telling him he's banging his wife, and then this guy breaks out this huge fucking like 3-foot long dildo and then smacks him in the face with it and knocks him down. And I was like, that's the funniest use of a dildo I think I've ever seen. So funny.
Well, it kind of goes back to that whole fucking thing, of going in the police station and murdering the entire police station with a purple dildo and Grand Theft Auto.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. And it would be really funny though to paint like a bunch of permanent marker on the dildo and then hit somebody in the face with it.
How that
So there's
mushroom
this
tip, just permanent marker, mushroom tip.
Semi-penis shaped permanent marker on the guy's face.
God damn it.
Oh. And you like getting it, you'd be like trying to hit him perfectly on the side of the mouth so it looks like, but you'd miss and hit him in like the eye and then across the face so they'd have this weird like war battle mark. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing there? You're trying to look like Braveheart with like a weird penis shape or something? Jason's like, no, I'm not. God.
It's cool, guys.
I mean, Patrick the puppet called the police on me. And then my friend came over and hit me in the face for holding a puppet captive.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick didn't like it. God. Fucking lied on Craigslist.
You never said the safe
He was
word.
into that. Said he was fucking into that. It's his fault for forgetting the safe word. So, anyway, so I really like the all the performances. I thought the fucking. I don't know if you guys watched any of the after credits where it kind of shows how they did it. I don't know how in the fuck puppeteers can sit in those awkward positions and do that.
Oh, I know.
But holy shit, that looked brutal.
Yeah. Well, and like
So-
in that too, it doesn't seem like it's as much like the way they do like Sesame Street, everything is a lot taller so that they don't have to get down. I mean, yeah, they're still getting like laying down or sitting down or whatever, but they don't have to like kind of crunch up. This one seemed like because they had the humans in there a lot more, they had to do a little bit more like weird fucking contortion shit and stuff like that to
Ugh,
get
yeah.
these things.
Okay, actually,
going.
hold on a second here. It says a total of 125 puppets are in the film, with 40 specifically being created for it. All the sets were built so that the puppeteers could stand on the floor and operate the puppets as if they were standing with straight arms. The floor of the set came up in pieces so the human actors had a 2-foot margin to stay on their path.
Yeah, but if you see the guys in that thing, those guys are hunched over and like
Yeah.
underneath, like,
they're
laying down
in
and
places
shit
like they're in places like the beach. How are you doing that shit on the beach?
Well,
You're not.
You're just burying someone in the sand. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
person's got to move. Are they fucking sandworms?
I mean,
I mean, they may be fucking
Beetlejuice
sandworms.
could
I don't
do
know.
it. I mean, I really think Beetlejuice should have been in
Hey.
this movie.
No more. You're getting too close. Don't say it again.
I'm
Not doing that again.
was trying to get you to say it again, and then he'd show up at your house. You would not have a fucking idea. I mean, I think I'd be buddies with the guy. We'd go out and get drunk and party, maybe do some pervy stuff, and then he'd take me back here, and I'd be fine.
damn it.
But
Probably-
you two, I don't know what the fuck you two would do. Steve would shit
Ricky
his
would
pants.
get him high as fuck. All right, Ricky. Would
Yeah,
get him
and
high
like
as-
that's a good idea.
I
don't
didn't
think
say
so.
it was a good idea. I said that's what he would do.
You'd literally end up with a sandworm in your butt. You know?
I mean, hey, you don't yuck is yum.
Yeah, but he
Um,
wouldn't. I mean, I know Steve. I don't think that's a yum thing for Steve.
I mean, he might hang up with all the fucking ghosts that are already in here. So I don't know.
So they lost money on this movie.
Yeah, it didn't do very well.
Yeah, the budget was 40 million, and the cumulative worldwide gross was only 27.5 million.
I think when I watched this
What?
in theaters, it was not full.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was like no advertisements for this thing. I mean,
think-
you know,
I wonder if they might have held back because of even though like the Sesame Street thing didn't go through. I wonder if they held back a little bit because of that after.
well, I mean,
shit.
see, that kind of like, they need marketing for a reason.
Yeah.
Like you can't have a $40 million budget, spend no money on marketing, and then go, well, nobody came to see our movie.
Yeah.
You know, I think this might have been one of those things they really should have released on the internet.
Yeah.
Because I think this is one of those things where people would buy it on iTunes or pay like Amazon Prime to watch it, and then it would like catch on,
Yeah.
you know, because it's a
Yeah.
good movie. I mean, yeah, it's no The Godfather, but it's a pretty funny movie. You know, I liked it. I love the after credit scene though, where he's porking the lady, and then the fucking machine breaks.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's like, ah! I've done that shit in real life, where you just run out of gas. You're like, oh god, I gotta stop. I gotta catch my fucking breath, or oh, my back hurts. So
I get a fucking
know.
massive Charlie horse.
yeah, don't even talk to me about that. One of those calf cramps where it makes you piss your pants.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, hell no, that shit
Yeah.
sucks ass.
it does.
So then I really like Joel McHale in this.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucking nailed it. That shit was so funny. He's such a dick, and then he's just running around being an asshole.
Who the hell
So-
is Joel McHale?
He was the agent. The guy who, like, put the gun down.
FBI.
Put the gun down.
Okay.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Anybody else want to tell him it's already on the fucking ground?
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's all ground. Okay.
Oh man.
You know that
Fucking-
happens.
Yeah, that
Community, Ted. He's in Twilight Zone.
You've never seen Joel McHale before, Ricky?
Dude, he's been in a ton of stuff. The main thing you'd know him from, if you ever actually watched another TV show, is Community.
Yeah, that was for Community was the first one I fucking said.
I mean,
But you haven't seen that
you
show.
probably would
That's
have
just
seen
the
it. You
one that
probably
you'd
would have
know
remembered him
from.
in Ted.
He was in apparently Rick and Morty as Hemorphridge or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're not gonna recognize him because he's a voice actor.
No, yeah, exactly.
You know, I think I have actually been watching a TV show before or a movie and been like, I think that's the voice of this person. Is that right, Kelly? Or was it
I mean,
the other way
I do that.
around?
I do that all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
totally.
I do that all the time, but I don't think Ricky does that because
No.
Ricky doesn't know who the fuck anybody is.
No.
So in his mind, everybody, this is the first time he's ever heard of this person, unless it's Seth MacFarlane.
I mean,
Yeah, he only knows who Seth MacFarlane is. That's it.
I mean, like I just assume no one exists until I see him for the first time, and then once I'm done seeing them, they just cease to exist.
He's probably
someone
in a
Ricky-
Family Guy episode.
It doesn't look like it.
No, I mean like they're talking about him. You know what I mean?
Not that I
Well,
remember,
especially
but I
'cause
could.
didn't he have that
mistaken.
show called The Soup or something like that?
Was that his Talk Soup? I guess that was, huh?
Yeah. So maybe I mean I would
God,
see
was
that
a long,
being
that
in
was a
the
long
Family
ass
Guy.
time ago.
Yeah, it was a while.
I'm not sure. You know. He's in the regular show. Yeah. You
Like a
know.
bad girl. I left the propane on.
Kelly was trying to murk us with the propane.
Well, you know, I mean, just trying to, make sure you're gonna be extra warm. You know?
Yeah. Light that fire.
Uh-huh.
Toasty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, don't blame it on me. Or don't start with me.
This guy
So,
looked familiar, but now I don't know like where he's from.
you're talking about the
probably haven't
puppet?
seen-
No,
No,
I'm
he's still
talking
talking about Jonah
about Hemke Matere. I'm really bad at pronouncing people's
Oh.
names.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
He just like looked really familiar, and I was like,
He's Mr. Delmar in Spider-Man. The guy is the deli owner.
okay,
Remember the guy? His cat's in there. He's hitting on, or he's like, "Hey, what's your aunt doing?" And Peter's like, says something. Speaks to him in Italian or whatever. So
Abba-da-boop.
no.
So,
Ricky is
we're
definitely
watching-
a puppet.
yes, he is. Actually, he does kind of look like one.
He's that fucking one that washes up on the beach.
No, he's the fucking guy that Oscar scores heroin from.
Damn it. Okay, are you selling heroin to
Anyways, so in this,
Yeah, just
there's
because I'm
Elizabeth
selling
Banks
some
was
freaking
Jenny,
straight
I
up
guess.
pure uncut
So you guys
Canadian
said, Elizabeth
syrup.
Banks? Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah. So that's Jenny.
Uh-huh.
But I, for some reason, thought it was Jenny McCarthy. So Melissa, it's Melissa, right? Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is related to Jenny McCarthy, and I was watching that. I don't think I can tell the difference between them without actually like somebody saying who their name is. So I thought that was pretty funny. I'm like, how did they get Jenny McCarthy to do this?
Damn it.
They could have.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny to me. Like, I can't tell the difference between them. They act the same, you know. They're like interchangeable. In this, I don't know. I don't know if you guys are like, oh yeah, that's definitely one or the other. So,
I mean, nowadays I would expect to see Elizabeth Banks in movies, not Jenny McCarthy. I mean, what was the last movie Jenny McCarthy was in?
I thought it was this one, but apparently I was wrong.
I have no idea.
I don't know. She's on a Masked. Is it Singer? Is that
Masked
right?
Singer.
The Masked
Yeah.
Singer, and she is a lot less stupid than she portrays herself
Yeah, she's
as.
pretty smart.
So she's
Pays
picked
attention.
out, like, figured out who the people were, like, quite a bit, which I was like, well, that's pretty admirable. Look at that. She nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, you know, like, I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know. I have, like, really crappy hearing, I guess. Because I can't really, you know how, like, some people can tell the difference? Like, Steve can pick up weird noises listening to stuff. I never hear shit. I have, like, the equivalent of bad eyesight for my hearing, you know?
Oh.
So I have a really good sense of smell, and up until a BB gun accident, I had 2010 vision in one eye and 2015 in the other, which is, you know, that's like really good eyesight. And I can't tell anything apart hearing wise. Although I did spend a week as a teenager working on this chipping thing that we were doing, and after the first day I couldn't hear anything, and I did a whole week after that, and it took me like a week to get my hearing back, because the whole time all I could hear was that was it.
For real?
that's-
That's the
that's
first time
not
I've
great.
heard that.
No, I don't think
Idiot.
it did my
Oh,
hearing
good.
any good. It was great though, because I could look at my mom and she's like, like doing a thing, except all I could hear is like, and I'm like, oh, this is, you know what? This is not that bad. I can get used to this.
Damn it.
So I let that go for like 3 weeks before I let anybody know I could hear anything, because I would just pretend like I couldn't hear anything, and I just stare
Oh,
off
that's
into like
smart.
at the TV,
Smart.
and they're like, and I'm just like, and I'd wait till they're done, and I'd turn and go, oh, were you saying something? I can't hear you, and then I'd leave, and somebody caught me listening to headphones, and I was like, shit.
Fucking allure of whatever the hell you wanted to listen to is
You're
just too
like,
great.
I'm training my ears again.
No, right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
and play like rocky music in the background.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. So yeah, I mean, I kind of like the whole idea of the puppet world, though. It's kind of cool. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
then humans could get together and really just be a dick to something that wasn't a person. I mean, they're puppets.
Yeah,
What the
exactly.
hell do
We
they
could all
care?
have a common enemy to discriminate against.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it'd be great. Those little bastards, those pieces of shits, couldn't come and break into our house and steal anything because I got a bunch of dogs. My dogs would have killed like 18 puppets by now, just on the street.
Hank would have
Just
tried
walking
to.
ar-
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like Hank would have tried to impregnate at
Oh,
least 30
yeah.
of them, if
Yeah.
not more. Like
Yeah.
every single one he saw, he's like, "I'm gonna fuck that."
Ricky, you didn't know that's where
Yeah.
dog puppets come from?
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not just
Yeah.
and it's not just any dog. It was Hank. Hank
he-
alone is what
He's
created that
he's
entire
the only
dog
one that
puppet
made
species.
dog puppets. It's
Exactly.
the way it works.
Hank could be in a work release program trying to pay for all of his puppet kids.
Well, why do you think he went and began living with you? He was trying to avoid, the child support.
He's hiding out.
No, he's like, I can't
Yeah.
fucking afford this shit no more, man. Like, fuck this. I'm
on
gonna
the
go
run.
I'm gonna go fucking chill with this fucking logger, dude. He's constantly out in the woods. No one's gonna find me.
It's actually true. Yeah, he wouldn't have. God, dude, could you imagine some poor puppet walking around out in the woods in nature, and then my dog is just like, I'm gonna fucking eat you now. The guy's like, grizzly bears, all the other stuff in the woods, and I'm getting eaten by a damn dog.
Hey, she's gonna be sitting there just going like, down, 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 down.
Boy, the cops shooting dogs, if they, once they let the puppets back in the police force, that's just going to be like job number one. Oh my God, a dog! Even though, according to my brother, that's what they do.
They're gonna start changing the puppets out. They're gonna get skin grafts. They're gonna put on fucking like tear resistant, bullet resistant, knife resistant fucking felt or whatever the fuck they call their skin. And they'll be.
Oh God, it'll be like that fucking story that I think Dean Koontz wrote, where there's like a psycho puppet going after this guy and he can't kill it.
Dean Koontz book about a puppet.
I think so. I can't remember the name of it. I think it started with an I.
You sure you're talking about fucking what's his name? Stephen King.
Stephen King. No, I'm pretty sure it was Dean Koontz.
R.L. Stein.
Definitely sounds like R.L. Stein.
I can read. I read R.L. Stein. What do you call that? What's like a like you call like a bibliography? No, that's wrong. A discography. What do you call that for books? A bookography? What the hell do you? It's like a.
I'm almost positive it's a bibliography, man.
But that doesn't make any
It's a listing of books.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% on that. I'm looking up your puppet thing for this thing first.
Yeah, I think I'd be able to remember from the cover, because it wasn't Intensity. I think it was around that time though.
I don't want to have any
Is
fucking
it called
clue.
TikTok?
Yeah, that might have been it.
Oh, TikTok.
Yeah, my mom was a big Dean Koontz fan, so we had like almost all of his books. And I mean, I started reading like The Watchers when I was in like the second grade. So I read a whole bunch of them, and then of course I got in trouble for doing a book report on this one that may or may not have had. Well, anyways, it had Nazis and stuff in it, and the teacher didn't like that I read a book. They were mad at my mom over letting me read the book, because then I was telling them about this part in the book where the guy shot up a bunch of Nazis and blew up a Nazi time travel thing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you're reading the either Inglourious Bastards or that fucking what's that one with that movie with Jason's dad in it.
Jason's dad in it.
Are you talking about Valkyrie?
Valkyrie, yeah.
Yeah, no, this was called Lightning. It's a book where the Nazis had invented time travel, but you could only go forward in time.
Well, how do we know that they didn't?
Well, yeah, that's true. How do we know that? They could be like,
they didn't.
Exactly. I mean, they're going to the future.
That's right.
They're going to the future. So
they are in the future. We've figured it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was the other thing you asked me about? Okay. Oh, what the fuck a list of books is called?
What the fuck a list of books is called?
Yeah, what is that? Like,
a
it's
list
like
of books is
a bibliography was
a list of books.
Yeah.
A catalog.
Well, yeah, it's a catalog by the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell do you call that? Because that doesn't sound right. Because like a bibliography is something else, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you have to put in your fucking...
Isn't it like a list of references?
Yeah, it's
I think so, yeah.
But they just call it a reference now, or like references now, and when you write a paper. They don't... that was what we called it when we were in like elementary school and shit like that.
Well, you have an annotated bibliography, which is where you kind of write down your actual information and where you got it and like how you could use it in your essay or whatever.
Essay.
Because a lot of teachers want you to do that crap.
Yeah, but it's still just your references.
It is.
Because it's not always a bibliography anymore. You most of the time, using a website.
Well,
or
no,
you're
yeah,
using a
it comes
podcast or a
off and it
movie
turns
or-
into your fucking
No,
works cited page is what that
Dude,
turns
I just
into.
looked up the definition of it. There's 3 of them. One of them is a list of books of a specific author or publisher on a specific subject, or I think in the case that we're all familiar with is a list of books referred to in a scholarly work, typically printed as an appendix. But I can't the freaking English language quit just morphing stuff? You know, I mean, now we're saying stuff like not tacos. You know,
I don't know what the fuck that
what
is.
the hell? Can't we like keep using the language so that the words mean what you say they mean? Because like I feel like we're kind of getting off in this weird thing where people just say stuff and it doesn't seem to make any sense. Like just now when I just did that,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Mhm.
like
I mean,
we're just
that's
using
the way,
words.
That's the way it's been going forever, though. It's always been this way. Words have always changed. Look at the English words from America, and compared to England and stuff like that. They use words that we don't use, at least not in the same way we use them. So
That's because
it
I think
always
they had
happens.
Have you ever seen any of those letters that some Civil War soldier wrote home? They were fucking beautiful, and they didn't use the same word 80 times. Now we're all on Twitter going LOL.
Well,
Like,
I was telling
wow, that
Steven
was
the
a
other
fucking,
day.
that was so good. It's
Yeah,
like,
well,
gee
I
whiz,
was
buddy.
I was talking to Steven the other day, like how like human society is kind of like we're like reverting back to the whole fucking like what are they called
Pictograms.
yeah, pictograms and shit,
Yeah,
and shit like that.
So you know what I did?
Like we're
Do you know-
going back to like Egyptian shit. You know what I mean?
Do you know what I
Like-
did? Because I thought it was funny. I sent him a GIF after he said that.
Yes.
Nice.
So yeah,
Well, I mean-
we pretty much are. You know what I mean? Like we're just reverting back to this ancient form of fucking written language now, and it's just
Yeah, we're just memeing.
yeah.
Just me.
and
Well, I
Yeah,
wonder,
that's what it's gonna be.
you know, what I wonder is, are there languages that don't morph like that, or slower to do it? Like, does German morph like that as fast as like? Because English
Well, I
is
don't
like,
think German
in the last
morphs
20
because
years.
that's sort of like they have like like they just make like super words. So actually,
Yeah.
eventually, I feel like German is just going to morph into one large super word that just means everything, and then it's going to be like squanchy. So like it's just going to go to that to where like they just say
Well,
one
that's
word repeatedly.
that's what English is doing.
But yeah, it's
I
gonna
mean-
just be like be like the context in which you say squanch. You know what I mean? It is like what is gonna depend what's
Well, I mean,
what
we've
its
all
meaning
heard
is.
like news about people getting like damaged by stuff or being, having trauma. And like the whole word trauma doesn't even mean what it used to mean, which is like I take a big piece of wood and hit somebody in the head and go, that's trauma because
Yeah.
their head's fucking broken open, right? Or like the kid that watches me hit their dad in the head with a big piece of wood, he has trauma. Nowadays, it's like I stubbed my toe, I have lifelong trauma, I want money. Which is that's not what the word means. Which gets us back to these fucking puppets. Who in the hell?
So languages that
Yeah.
haven't changed in quite some time: Icelandic and Lithuanian. They've had the least amount of change over the last, for Icelandic, last 900 years, and Lithuanian last 500 years.
Fuck it, I'm moving to Iceland. I'll learn that language, and then I won't have to like keep up on slang. And when I get back in like 20 years, you guys won't even know what the fuck. I won't even be able to understand you because my English will be 20 years ago.
Well, also we
Well,
won't be
no.
able to understand you either because you're speaking fucking goddamn Icelandic, and none of us here are gonna fucking take the time to learn a new language.
Yeah, but I'll be ripped as fuck. Because I mean, all you can do in Iceland is work out and get drunk, and I'm not really a big fan of getting drunk. So
I mean, you can do other things there.
yeah,
I mean, you're locked in your fucking house for a couple months out of every year, so you know.
Yeah.
What's funny is that's the first choice, and then every other selection in this fucking list lists a different language. I haven't found one that's gone the same. Tamil, which is a language spoken in Sri Lanka and Singapore. Standard Arabic. Hebrew. Mongolian. apparently.
Actually, I think Hebrew is probably pretty close because people can still read the texts
Yeah.
that were written like thousands of years ago because the thing doesn't just sit there and move around. I don't know. It just was bumming me out because I was looking at this thing about these Civil War guys who were writing, and they had this like really beautiful, flowery language that seemed like they knew a lot more words than I do and could just
In
think
truth and
better.
reality,
in
the guy
general.
was just complaining about the fact
Yeah.
how he stepped in a fucking massive dog turd on his fucking way home from work, and you're like, "That was the most beautiful poem I've ever fucking read." I don't understand a word of what he just said, but it was beautiful.
No, it's like guys in the Civil War that are dealing with like obviously a really crappy situation where you're like, you know, hey, we're gonna get in a big musket fight where we all stand in a line, aim our guns at each other, and pull the trigger and hope we don't get shot, or have a cannonball fly at us before we know about antibiotics, which is like, ugh.
Or Lord forbid the
Fuck that.
fucking
All
rare few
over-
fucking Gatling guns they busted out.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that shit would suck.
Yeah.
You
Especially
know?
seeing some people didn't know about it when they were using it. You're just like, oh, all we got to worry about is a fucking cannon and a couple of, and some musket balls. And next thing you know, you just fucking see some fucking dude out there up on the hilltop just fucking cranking this lever, just fucking mowing down the entire fucking front half of your forces. And you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, uh-oh. I mean, anyway, so that all was just kind of interesting because, anyways, just so to go back to the puppets, puppets are pretty cool. The porn, there was a lot of porn in there.
There
In
really
that
was.
fucking
There
porn
was a lot
store?
more than I was expecting. I mean,
Yeah.
like the whole cow and octopus scene. I mean that's yeah. You think you've
Disturbing.
discovered. Well, I mean, like you think you've discovered everything. That turns you on, and suddenly you see something like that, and you're at half mast.
Oh my god.
I
That's
figured
fucking funny.
that store would be a lot fuller. I thought there'd be a lot more porn.
Well, they were just all in the back.
There's a
Yeah.
back room to the porn shop.
Yeah.
Like this is the tame stuff that we let everybody see. There's another room for the porn shop that we have to card you to get back there. We can't let everybody.
Yeah,
back
it's
there.
puppets only back there. It's pretty fucked up when you get back there. So it's puppets only.
Are there stuffed
Yeah.
animals in this world? Like, is that offensive to puppets? Like, do they like freak the fuck out, or are those the corpses of old puppets?
Oh, that's scary.
You think there's like a little kid
Oh,
walking around with
God.
a fucking stuffed animal, and they're like, "Wait, that's Jimmy. How the fuck did you get Jimmy's body?"
There's some shady guy who just finds dead puppets out of the morgue and just like resells them.
Just
Yeah.
packages them on fucking puts them in toy stores.
Yeah.
No, that's actually
That's
what the
like-
puppet morgue is. The puppet morgue is nothing but a toy store for little kids.
Well, I really liked the fight scene with Melissa McCarthy and the puppets.
God damn it.
That what's his name? The shop owner guy, I can't remember his name, Lyle or something. He gets shot up, and she's in there just going to town on the sugar.
Yeah.
So I thought sugar was like, when you first see this movie, you're like, oh, what is that? That must be like a street name for a drug. It's literally sugar.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
totally
just
just
sugar.
sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why like syrup is like black tar heroin to them. It's just so fucking potent. Like,
Well, you got to imagine, like, there'd be so many strict laws on it. And then there'd be a bunch of fatties like me and Steve, like, with our signs out there, give us back our sugar. Get rid of the puppets. you know?
It's like when you buy what's the cold medicine and shit like that. They card you now and stuff, so you're not buying too much. So when you go in there to go buy a candy bar, it's behind the counter now, and they card you to put you on a list to make sure you're not dealing.
exactly.
Like that.
Behind a locked case and shit like that. And you're like, come on, man, I just want a fucking goddamn Snickers.
There's probably a fucking sin tax on it too, like they do with cigarettes and all that. So
There's like, I'm over here trying to buy
yeah.
a birthday cake for my kid, and you're over here fucking like investigating me for fucking drug dealing? What the fuck, man?
When I was in high school, I would have been on a list because
Yeah,
I
you
would
would've.
walk home and buy a fucking tub of fucking frosting almost every day and just eat that shit.
You and the fucking frosting.
That
Jesus
explains a lot,
Christ.
Eric.
I
Explains a
I
lot.
like it. I don't know. There's like it got the
So
job
is what
done.
you're telling me is that Eric was attempting to become the next Wilford Brimley. I mean, he's got an epic beard, so it's
Yeah.
he's starting to bald. You just gotta just really learn how to say diabetes really good. Diabetes.
Oh yeah, that guy. I was like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is Wilford Brimley?
Wilford Brimley, man, fucking diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's
Diabetes.
fucking- Yeah, he's a fucking.
Do you
guy.
have diabetes? Yeah, I remember that guy.
I'm Wilford Brimley. I have diabetes.
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 Exactly. I had that one. Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn it. Diabetes.
Yeah, I don't know. I did go for it pretty hard, which is amazing that I gained as little weight as I did in high school.
Yeah.
You'd think like a tub of frosting every day would have put me at like 20 pounds a week or something, but it didn't.
Yeah, well, all the cocaine really offset
But
that.
you did a lot more physical shit back then, though, too. Did you not?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you were offsetting.
I had to go to work on the weekends, and then I wasn't actually every day. It was like once or twice a week, which even saying that so ridiculous. Once or twice a week. I mean, I would buy, just the fucking powdered sugar and make it at home until my mom started bitching about me doing that, and I'm like, I'm buying the fucking sugar. What the hell's your problem? Well, you're not even making a cake. Like, yeah, I want the frosting, bro. Duh.
You want me to make a cake so I just lick the frosting off the top? Come on.
Because I'll fucking do it.
Well, I mean, making a cake in that house was a fucking disaster because everybody'd go, basically it was like go cut as much as you're going to eat off and stick it on a plate and then chip away at it in your own, space. Or you cut yourself a piece and then you have to keep going back in there until it's gone because my dad he could hammer a whole cake in a day, no problem. My brother and I actually thought about one time making, my brother Dan and I thought about making brownies and then cake offset every day to see how long before everybody'd be sick of it. And we made it for 2 weeks and nobody showed any signs of slowing down for eating the whole fucking thing every day. And we decided that was a waste of time because we got tired of making the fucking cakes.
Yeah.
So.
God damn it.
Did your dad make a lot of trips to the donut shop in front of your house?
Yeah.
He was probably the only reason why they were in business as long as they were.
Fuck, almost every weekend we'd go down and get a dozen donuts.
Yeah.
And those you can ask Kelly. She's seen my family in action. Those fucking things don't last very long. Fuck, my dad one time we walked down there to get the donuts and he ate 4 donuts from the donut shop to the front door of the house.
God damn it.
Which is like, I actually stopped and I looked at him. I was like, I don't know how you've held your breath for that long. And he's like, I am a little winded. I'm like, you fucking inhaled 4 donuts. So then he told my mom we only bought 8 donuts.
God damn it.
Holy shit, Dad. Yeah, I only bought 8 donuts, so I think he had 6 or 7 donuts that day. Oh
man.
Fucking that guy.
The sort of fucking God.
So yeah, I mean, if I was a puppet though, I'd be as bad as I'd be over there like fucking Goober. Just pull out your dick, man. I don't care. Just need 50 cents.
Eat some sugar.
What? Come on. You just got to bring the oatmeal and the whatever. I'll make it worth it. 50 cents.
Oh man. God,
But part of that's like, why can't they work? What the hell's that about?
Maybe people didn't want to hire puppets. I don't know. Seemed like humans were pretty against puppet workers and shit like that. So.
Well, they do seem pretty useless.
Yeah, I mean, you did have the strong guy out there. He probably could lift some shit, work in a warehouse or docks or something like that, right?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They were holding their own against humans fighting, so I don't know.
Not really. I mean, Melissa McCarthy kicked the shit out of like 8 of them.
Yeah, but this is Melissa McCarthy.
Although the puppet guy did indeed beat the shit out of those kids. So, actually, boy, that would be kind of funny. Like, can't your kid, like, be a TV show? Can your kid kick a puppet's ass?
It's a bunch of fucking like 5-year-olds getting their fucking shit fucking rocked by a fucking buff ass puppet.
Well, you'd probably want to go like 8 or. I could tell you what, 8-year-old my brother Robert or Dan would have fucking like he would have gave that fucking Phil character a run for his money.
Eric,
So
your family doesn't like.
he would have
fall
ripped
into
that
the
fucking
realm.
shithead's eyeballs out, and then he'd be over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but your family doesn't really fall under the realm of like normal kids. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that's
yeah.
that's probably true.
I'm just saying, like anyone with that direct Anderson, genealogy there is just kind of, just they have like the superhuman strength,
Well, what's nuts is I watched my son about 2 weeks ago stick his hand through the fabric in a couch and tear it open.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
Because
and
Kelly's
then-
seen that shit too. He
Yeah.
just was like, and I'm like, whoa, and he's looks.
Oh
at,
yeah, I was very happy about that.
Yeah, so like the combination of like the Anderson super strength and then Kelly's just innate ability to just stop
be
all
moved.
forward momentum at all, like regardless. I mean, this kid's gonna pretty much be the next fucking juggernaut.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just saying,
Yeah,
He's not even in the
Pretty
fucking magic gym to.
No, he's
to do it
not.
either.
He's not. He's just
No.
he's just gonna use his fucking super strength plus his ability to fucking just like fuck with inertia and just be like, and it's just gonna go through.
So what you're saying is, I'm making a future Wayne. I just got to get him a fucking button-up plaid shirt and teach him how to smoke and drink, and then just carry that stuff around for him. And he's like, "All right, you got to kick that kid's ass," and he just starts unbuttoning his rigs, goes out there, just kicks that kid's ass
God damn it.
with this giant melon head that can withstand all kinds of damage.
Pretty much. I mean, he'll get a job as a teenager for the fire department to go and have him knock down doors and shit like that to buildings that are on fire. It's like, yeah, okay, yeah, bring in Anderson, yeah, okay, headbutt that door for us, kid. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
no
brought
shit.
down like half the wall along with it, like, but it's cool.
Like they would care.
It's like, you got that jar of frosting on you, right? I was told there was going to be a jar of frosting at the end of this job.
I want to get fucking paid. I'll tear that fucking badge right off your shirt, buddy.
It's like,
Don't
don't
give
make
me
me
my
walk
fucking
back in that
frosting.
fire, grab the door, and put it back in place, because I will fucking do it.
Yeah. I gotta say though, living in the puppet world would be fucking weird. Looking at all them guys running around. Like, could you just run them over? It kind of looks like you could just run them over.
I mean, like, honestly, I think I might get in the habit of just trying to, like, see, like, how, like, far I could punt a puppet every time I see one.
You guys are fucked up.
It's just like, see one who's like, huh, wonder how far I can kick that one.
Well, I mean, he's
No.
getting punched in the face in the can, and it didn't seem to affect him at all. So,
Yeah. So I mean, like,
You
would it
know,
be
what the
bad,
hell's the
like, if I
difference?
just like kicked a puppet in front of a semi truck, like every time I saw one? It's like, huh, I can kick that puppet in front of this truck. Cool.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Like, just a fucking puppet, dude.
Oh man.
that'd be so, like, TV shows would be so much different. Like, you think about Beavis and Butthead, it's like, dude, you just lit that puppet on fire. You know?
Beavis and Butthead would be a puppet. That's the issue.
Fucking
Fuck.
Dale Gribble would be a puppet, and they'd be
Oh,
talking about how
God.
they were framing puppets for the murder of JFK.
In the next episode, it's actually how JFK actually was a puppet.
Well, he was for the CIA.
He just got skin
No,
grafts and
he
stuff.
Yeah. The scary thing is the fucking Kevlar idea. Like, you'd make one out of chainmail for crying out
Oh,
loud.
I know,
What are you
right?
gonna do to that guy? You know?
I mean, you're
Do
gonna
they
pretty much.
drown?
Well, I mean, like, you're gonna pretty much have to, like, Terminator the bitch and just fucking, like, just melt it. You know?
Or Breaking Bad him and then just lure him to a scrapyard.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Then magnet his ass.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that part of being like with super like
Yeah, I think we lost Erik.
really magnetic, like being made out of iron. That's the one part about being a robot that I'm really hoping that most of my parts are made out of like titanium aluminum stuff instead of steel.
Something
Because-
like a non-ferrous
Oh.
metal.
Yeah, it would suck so bad to just be like stuck to something that you can't get away from.
Eric's gonna get like some like new like ball implants and like not like take the time to check to make sure that they're not like not magnetic, and he's gonna like walking past a construction field and just like all of a sudden they're gonna turn on the magnet. He's like, no.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Can someone call my wife Kelly? Tell her I'm stuck on the magnet again. She'll know what it means.
Yeah. I'm over there trying to 127 hour my fucking balls off to get away from the thing.
And they're like, someone got a plasma torch. Fuck, I really
Guys,
shouldn't have gotten these fucking dude nuts.
fucking hacksaw will be fine. I'm a robot. My arm's not gonna get tired.
He was like, yeah, I just like, God damn, I knew I shouldn't have put my old balls on the fucking tailgate of my truck and gotten these new ones here. It's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that would suck.
All right, what rating did you guys give this?
I gave this movie 3.5 stars.
I give it 3 stars.
I gave this movie, I'll go, I guess, 3 stars. It made me laugh.
I give this 3.5 stars as well.
3 1/18.
Yeah, 3/18. So next week's movie is my choice. I'm gonna choose Inception.
Oh, that's good.
So
Oh,
I'm
for some
going-
reason I thought you were saying Insidious, and I'm like, didn't we already watch that?
Oh, totally me
So-
too. That's why I
yeah.
paused. I'm like,
Yeah,
So
and then
I'm
I was
going
like,
to go
oh
and
no,
watch-
that's a wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to go and watch the episode of South Park then, where they do the Inception episode of South Park,
Yeah.
where Randy turns to a butterfly and he goes off and tries to get a bunch of butterfly poon instead of helping Stan.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm hearing and what I'm gonna watch. And then you guys watch
Randy's the
Inception.
fucking bomb.
He's awesome.
He really is.
They need to, I really think they need to just make Tegrity Farms and then South Park as 2 different shows.
Well,
Because because then you could focus on the 4 kids again, but then have Tegrity Farms because fucking
where it
Randy's
just focuses
like,
on Randy.
yeah.
But yeah, you see, like, and then you can make like fucking like Jimbo and shit like that, like a fucking larger character as well too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And fucking Kyle's dad,
yeah, fucking what's his name?
Gerald.
Gerald. Yeah, exactly.
They could do another cheesing episode.
Damn it.
Hooray for Gerald! I love that part of
Randy
that
makes a
episode.
hybrid fucking weed strain.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Where he just has his cat spray it with piss, and the people are fucking cheesing the
Cheesing,
fucking.
they're fucking crazy.
Oh,
Well,
God.
well, the thing is that there actually is a strain of pot called cat piss.
Oh my God!
So
of
what we-
course there is.
What we make is the Tegrity Farms show is basically Randy, Jimbo, Gerald, and whatever Kenny's dad's name is.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
I can forget his name too.
Is Ned dead?
Well, Ned gets eaten by Man Bear Pig.
Oh, I thought he was.
I think
Did they bring him back or?
I don't know if they brought him back, but I know in the climate change episode that he gets eaten by a Man Bear Pig.
Oh, okay.
And it's super cereal.
I mean, I kind of want to see more Randy and Mickey Mouse because that shit gets nuts.
God damn it.
Fucking
pangolin.
bad. Fucking Randy. Can't believe you fucked that Batman.
God damn it. Yes, I don't know, like if they're gonna bring him back or not. Like I said, because last, I heard, he got eaten by Man Bear Pig.
Yeah, I just thought because there was some funny early on episodes with.
Oh well, no,
Ned
like the
and
fucking
Jimbo.
what is it? What did Cartman make up there?
The frog thing.
No, that squash thing.
Sasquatch with
He's got like a celery hand, and like that
Yeah.
actor dude is a leg, and he like fucking weaves baskets and shit like that. But what the fuck?
Fuck, I don't remember that. I just remember the one with where they had like a frog.
It was like
And
one
then
of the
they were
first
teaching the
episodes.
kids.
It was like one of the first
Oh,
episodes.
I think we're talking about the same thing because there's like Cartman made up some fucking critter, and then it was just ended up with Ned and Jimbo teaching them like to say it's coming right at me, and then they just shoot whatever.
Yeah, exactly. They're
Yeah.
going hunting, and then like the
Scuzzlebutt.
Yeah, Scuzzlebutt. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exactly. Exactly. And the Scuzzlebutt saves him, and then Cartman shoots him. No, wait. Was it Cartman or was it Stan? Because Stan was being a little bitch and
I
didn't
think
want to
Stan
hunt.
killed him.
Yeah, that's right. It was Stan because Stan was being a little bitch and didn't want to hunt.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see some episodes where they do like the old sitcom way, where like, you know, Sharon's in the house making food or something, and he comes home and opens up a beer on the table, and then she scolds him, like the, you know, all of the fucking 80s and 90s sitcoms where the dad's a dickhead, and the woman's all got her shit all completely together, just because it'd be funny, you know, with Shelley like, "Fuck you."
All right. So Inception.
Next week's we'll watch
Yeah.
Inception. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/TurkadurPlays, and youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. You can follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. Follow me on Twitter at Turkadur. Follow Eric.
On Twitter at Quick and Severe.
Follow Kelly.
On TikTok at mama.muffins.
You follow Ricky.
I guess furry Twitter balls. I guess that's Twitter. Or Lucian92 on Imgur. I don't think I have chat or anything like that because I'm a mobile user. But comment on a post or some shit.
You can follow Jason on Twitter at Unbelievable1. You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Sponsors, if you want to sponsor the podcast, hit me up at Steve at hapgaming.com. We'll sell pretty much anything.
Sell us free, give us free underwear and socks, and we will sponsor the shit out of you.
Yeah, or anything else.
Like
whatever.
even like if you're not a company that sells underwear and socks, if you send me free underwear and socks, I will promote your company. I'm just saying. I need underwear and socks. People, like these underwear are like 5 years old. Come on, people, like they can only last so long.
They haven't been washed in 5 years either. Too.
They haven't.
You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/TurkadurPlays. That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Next week, join us 7:00 p.m. on Sunday as we discuss the movie Inception. And join us Tuesday, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time as we play some video games. That's going to be it, though. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.